In Pokemon Journeys, Ash Ketchum's end goal is to defeat Leon in the Pokemon World Championship and become the World Monarch, the best Pokemon trainer in the world. A huge goal and a huge task. So today I want to talk about the battle itself. How exactly is this battle going to play out? What sort of strategies might Ash use? And ultimately, who will win this battle? I hope you enjoy it. Be sure to subscribe for more Pokemon anime content, and let's get into the video. So this battle will conclude Pokemon Journeys. It will be the final battle that these two trainers have, and it's looking to live up to the hype of Ash versus Kukui in the previous series, which is a very tall order. So firstly, let's talk about the teams that I think each trainer will use. First up is Ash, and this one's pretty simple. I think he's going to be using his whole Pokemon Journeys team. I don't think he'll use any other Pokemon for this final battle. Maybe in a few other battles in the Masters 8, but for this one, he will end it with his main team of 6. First up we have Pikachu. Of course, Pikachu is the frontliner and one of Ash's strongest Pokemon, especially after what he pulled in the Alolan League, taking down Tapu Koko. Pikachu will probably be one of Ash's last Pokemon standing when it comes towards the end. And then we have Dragonite. Dragonite is Ash's powerhouse that will come in and do a lot of damage to Leon's team. Dragonite has been shown time and time again to be one of Ash's strongest Pokemon. It also had some ruthless combos setting up with Dragon Dance. Next up is Gengar. Ash's tricky ghost type will play a big role in this battle. It might not be the standout performer or be the one to finish a lot of Leon's Pokemon off, but it will have some mischievous and very strategic plays that will throw Leon's game off. It's also capable of Gigantamaxing if needed. And then we have Lucario. Ash's ace of Journeys is going to be huge in this battle. Lucario probably has the most development from all of Ash's Journeys team, which isn't much of an achievement considering, but still it stacks tons and tons of power and it will absolutely wreck Leon's team in parts of this battle, and of course it has the option of Mega Evolving. And then there's Sirfetch'd. I'm not too sure what sort of role Sirfetch'd is going to have in this battle. So far in Journeys been very up and down, not really having much development, but by the time the Leon battle comes, I really hope we can see Sirfetch'd living up to its full potential as a strong warrior-like Pokemon and dealing a lot of damage to Leon's team. And then finally Dracovish, Ash's Pokemon with probably the least development, but another powerhouse. On paper this team is really something special, and Dracovish's access to moves like Vicious Rend will really mess Leon up. Next up we have the current Monarch Leon and his team. First up is Charizard. Of course Charizard will be there. Charizard is Leon's ace and his strongest Pokemon, and the one that he'll use to Gigantamax. We've seen it in action 3 times so far in the anime and it has won all 3 battles, so its defeat will have to be well earned. Next is Dracopult, the second of the 2 Pokemon that we know he owns in the anime. We haven't seen much of this thing in Journeys, and I'm guessing there is a big reason why, and that's because they're saving it for the final battle with Ash. It's the region's pseudo legendary, and seeing as Ash has his Kanto pseudo on hand, it could make for an exciting matchup. And then next is Rillaboom. I think it's only right that Leon owns one of the Galar starters, as that is the case in the games. He takes the remaining one, trains it up and battles with it in the end of the game. And seeing as Go has Cinderace and Inteleon, and he's used them a fair bit, and Grookey doesn't look like it's evolving anytime soon, it seems that Rillaboom is the perfect fit for Leon. And then we have Aegislash, another Pokemon that Leon owns in the games. One that Ash has come up against a few times already, including in the Kalos League against Sawyer, but it's a very cool Pokemon and I can just see Leon bringing it to this battle. And then we have Corviknight. This may seem like a random choice as Leon doesn't own this in any of the games or ever battle with it, but I'm just really surprised that we've not seen much of this evolution line in Journeys. I have a feeling that they're saving it for something special, and it's definitely one of the coolest sets of regional birds we've had in a long time. So it would be epic if Leon brought one to the battle. It's also iconic in Galar as a taxi bird, so it would represent the Galar region really well. And then finally we have Mr. Rhyme. Once you rematch Leon in the Battle Tower and in the Champion Tournament, he owns a Mr. Rhyme. So I thought, why not give him one here? It'll be a cool counterpart to Ash's Mr. Mime, despite Ash not using it. It would add a bit of fun and wackiness to this battle, because the rest of Leon's team is very serious and strong, while Mr. Rhyme could be a more tricky and sneaky member of this team. So that is Leon's team of 6. Of course, I have no idea if some of these Pokemon will make it. It could just be a copy paste of his team from Sword and Shield, but I thought it would be fun to add something else. But be sure to let me know what teams you think both of them will use in the comments. Next up, I want to talk about the mechanic that will be used in this battle and what sort of matchups and play-by-play we might see. So Journeys has already established that you can only use one mechanic per Pokemon World Championship battle, and I've seen some speculation that we might get all 3 mechanics used in this battle, but I think it would be hard to pull that off as Leon doesn't have any Pokemon here that can Mega Evolve, so there would have to be a lot of switching things around. So I'm going to go on the assumption that we're just getting one mechanic, and of course that mechanic is going to be Gigantamax. We're in Galar, we're in the Wyndham Stadium, and the Sword and Shield game mechanic is Dynamax and Gigantamax. And it is Leon and Charizard's speciality. They've never been beaten, they are the masters of this form, and that's why it's definitely going to be Gigantamax. But who will take them on? Because right now Pikachu has no experience with Gigantamax, other than that first battle with Leon. And this has massively surprised me. They haven't given it any development in this area at all. We have just had Gengar master Gigantamax, so there is only 2 options here. And I don't think they're going to give Gengar a win over Charizard, so it has to be Pikachu. And I just hope it gets its own training arc where it learns to use this form a bit better. There are other options such as Gengar Gigantamax in early, and then Charizard being taken down by Pikachu in its base form, or even Lucario. And then there's the factor that there could be multiple Gigantamaxes in this battle, similar to Ash vs Kukui where they were allowed to use a second Z move. However, this is an official tournament battle and I'm sure they'll stick strictly to the rules, so there's a lot of factors to think about in this mechanic, but overall it could end up just being Pikachu versus Charizard as a Gigantamax finish. As for the other matchups, I've got some ideas, but of course there's going to be so many swap outs and different strategies used here, so it's impossible to predict how the battle will go, but here's some battles I definitely want to see. Dragapult versus Dragonite, the battle of 2 pseudo legendaries, Galar versus Kanto, Leon and Ash's respective hometowns. This has got to happen, it makes so much sense and it will be epic battle of power, and I think Dragonite would take it. And then the Surfetch versus Aegislash, the battle of 2 warrior type Pokemon. This just makes sense for me, they both have the Kingdom and Night theme going for them. So it would be a very cool matchup, maybe ending in a double knockout. And then we have Lucario versus Rillaboom. I was unsure on who exactly Lucario's main rival can be in this battle. If he doesn't end up taking down Charizard, then it could very well be Rillaboom. A Galar starter and a strong Pokemon, it would make for a really good battle. But I think Lucario is going to be a massive player in this battle. It won't just have one big battle, it will have multiple. So that's it for the matchups. This battle is really going to be very tight, very back and forth. I think at some point in this battle we will see Ash completely overwhelmed by Leon's power, and he'll make a huge comeback towards the end to settle the scores for a final battle. So finally the question everyone wants answered: who is going to win this battle? Will Ash take Leon's throne, or will Leon go into another PWC season as the Monarch? It's so hard to answer and there's so many different outcomes. I think the answer depends on whether or not Ash will continue on to the next series or not. But putting that aside, the way that the anime has been setting things up and the way that Alola ended, I have a real strong feeling that Ash will win this battle. He will beat Leon and sit at the pinnacle of Pokemon battling as the World Monarch. It'll be a very close and tight battle with both trainers going all out, but Ash will use everything he's learned over 1100 plus episodes and he will overcome Leon. It will be Leon's first ever defeat and he will humbly accept his loss and acknowledge Ash as the strongest trainer in the world. What a way this would be to end the series and probably end Ash's journey to become a Pokemon Master. Of course Leon could win and Ash could carry on training, but this is what I believe will happen. But be sure to let me know in the comments who you actually think will win this battle. And that's going to be it for this video. Let me know what you think. Who's going to win? How is this whole battle going to play out? And is this Ash's final battle in the anime? Be sure to show some love to this video and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.